I mentioned, I want to dip in to the Power 4 level here and look at a play in the Emerald Isle there in Dublin between Iowa State and K-State in Farmageddon. Under 10.5 in the first quarter. I know no one's super excited to bet an under, let alone a first quarter under as your first official play of the season. But so much of this trends in that direction. I went back and looked at all the box scores back to the 80s for college football being played in Ireland. 6 of the last 8 Irish openers, at least one of the two teams went scoreless in the first 15 minutes. Weather can absolutely be a major factor here because these kids who are practicing in the Midwest, there's been a heat wave. They're looking at, high 80s, low 90s. It could be 40 degrees colder in Dublin. I think that's going to be a massive difference. Maybe have them stuck in the mud there in the first quarter. And then defensively, John Heacock's defense allowed just 1.5 points per game in the first quarter of their openers, albeit in a lot of cases against FCS competition. Joe Klanderman on the other side has been equally unflappable, allowing just 7 points across the first 5 quarters since he's been promoted to DC in 2020. That's 1.4 points per first quarter in his openers. All right, and I'm going to close that with this. Rocco backed under 241.5 passing yards if you're looking for a player prop. Campbell put so much on Bex last year, and I think with good reason, because he looked at the skill positions. He looked at Higgins and Noel, and he said, you can make these guys into 1,000-yard receivers if I give you more opportunities. He did. He added 5 pass attempts per game to what he was doing year over year. They ran way more 3 wide receiver sets than they were used to. And I see them going back to that 2 and 3 tight end set that they built the whole offense and Breece Hall around not all that long ago. If you look at it, Hanson's back. Sama's back. I think there's going to be an opportunity for this to go under 30 pass attempts in a game that could be a little bit of a rock fight early. So I'm going to go ahead under 241.5 passing yards for Rocco back.